Hey, wait, hold up. Yeah, you know the vibe. Yeah, you know the vibe.
At all. So, on my first episode of The Culture Critic, or The Culture Critic rather, I want to talk about Scotty with the baby. And I am on episode 2. So we're just going to start here because this show is very ghetto. Like, I know Zeus is a ghetto place, but child, like, Okay, so episode 1 was already a mess. Like, everybody online has been talking about this customizable relationships. And really and truly, like, we all know what Scotty signed up for when she got with Lemmy. Like, everybody is hip to the whole situation with Janisha and how all of that went down. So we all know what it's given. Like, Scotty knew what she was getting into by dealing with Lemmy. But the thing is, everybody thinks their pee pops a little harder than the other pee. And that's not the case, honey, okay? There's a new pee that pops every day. So let's just be very clear on that one. Like, don't get it twisted. And if you know you came in a situation like that, like, a baby ain't gonna change it, nothing's gonna change it for real, because that's the dynamic you walked into. So I think Scotty is kind of playing herself by thinking it's gonna change. Going through his phone ain't gonna change it. But anyways, let's get into episode 2 because this was just a mess. So it was very melodramatic. Like, it just started off with the Negro spirituals. Like, I know he grew up in a church and he grew up with Motown. You know, he's from Detroit or whatever, but it was just given, like, who picked this music? I know he did. It was so tired. Like, Like, this wholesome music for this ghetto SHI, rather, it was just very cringe. Like, I didn't like it. All right, so Scotty's friends, let's get into that, because I was just looking around, like, whether it's a ghetto situation or not, your friend is putting y'all on. She brought y'all to a do with money, you know, like a vacation. Her man got the coin. Act accordingly, act cute, keep it cute. If my homegirl bring me somewhere, all expense paid for, and her man paid for it, I'm gonna be on my best behavior. I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna try to scare this man away, because I want my homegirl to keep this nigga for us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we all, like, most women want to have a rich life so they could chill with their best girlfriend, their homegirl, get her little sponsor, you know, and he fund the lifestyle, you know. Everybody thinks of that. So y'all fucking the money up. Homegirl got her a big fish, and y'all fucking it up by being a ghetto mess. So that just leads me to think y'all are haters, because there's no way y'all came around just acting a fool like that in another country on these people's trip. Like, they invited you, and then not for nothing, like, Scotty, you don't invite your homegirls to a baby moon. Like, that's an intimate setting. It's like she called for the stress. Like, I know she's a baddie and all, okay, cool, cute, but, like, you got your foot in 2 different worlds, and you have to pick a side. Like, you about to be a mama, you want him to respect you in a certain way, but you're carrying yourself in a different way. You know what I mean? So I think Scotty is just very confused about what she wanted to be and what role she really want to play. So that was just a mess. And then Lemmy just gave, like, soft pimp the whole time. I was just looking around like, what is going on? Like, it was so disorganized from how everything was going with her friend. What is her name? Her friend, I don't remember the name. The one that was dating the brother. Aaliyah? Yes, Aaliyah. Aaliyah was all over the place, like, screaming, carrying on, acting a drunk mess fool. And we all have that one homegirl who just can't hold her liquor and just acts a fool. Mind you, she's screaming and the brother is nowhere to be found. Like, I'm like, who was she screaming at herself? Here come Bobby Light, jumping in the mix. As a drama king or queen, he is, because Bobby just does too much all the time. Like, and that's my Scorpio brother, but he get on my nerves. I don't know. Scorpio men just irritate me. But yeah, it just didn't, I don't know. Bobby was all over the place. Like, you yelling in the girl's face. You already see she irritated. Just let her breathe, let her be. To be honest with you, I would have had security scoop her up. And I know it makes good TV, but girl, you was doing entirely too much. Like, we could have got arrested in another country. Then she pushes Scotty, and it's like, girl, girl, you done lost your mind. That would have been the end of that friendship. Because for one, you fucking the bag up, you know. You messing the bag up by, acting a fool in front of her dude and in another country. It's just too ghetto. Like, I would have cut her off. She would have been clipped. And she pushed you, like, So, fast forward, they calm down. Now they looking for the friend. So, everybody looking for the hairstylist or the makeup artist, whatever he was. They looking for him. Everybody's drunk and belligerent and incoherent. Like, nobody knows what's going on. Everybody's yelling at each other. It's so much miscommunication. And I'm just wondering who the friend is or who the makeup artist is, because we didn't see him nowhere. It was just all about, the main friend group. So they looking for this dude, and it's just so much confusion. So finally they figure out that old boy done fell off of something and was laying out, like, them chalk body liner drawings that they had for bodies back in the day in the movies. That's how he was laid out, just sprawled out on the damn ground. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? Like, how did he get there? Nobody know how he got there. Nobody knew where he was because old girl was carrying on. And that's another thing, too, as a side note. Like, when you go to different places, especially in another country, like, it's just so many moving parts. Everybody got to be on one accord, no man left behind. So you carrying on and people can't even focus on what's what. Like, safety is always paramount in these type of situations. Like, you don't go to nowhere showing your ass, whether it's in this country or out the country. Let's be very clear. Like, no man left behind. I don't play that. Like, I'm going to go find you. So the fact that somebody was missing and then sprawled on the ground was very weird. And then, like, also, like, it's given is giving Surviving Zeus is going to be so tea in the next 5 years, because it's just so much mysterious and weird stuff that just happens around these people. Like, and, allegedly there's been other mysterious things that, there's floating around. I'm not going to get into details about the hearsay at this time, but yeah, it's just too much going on with them. Like, then nobody knows how this dude fell out the thing. Like, Bobby over there talking about hate crime, and other people are saying they don't know how he fell. Scotty, like, he leaned back to get some air. Like, who leans? I mean, unless you was on one, a good one. And you know what one I mean. Whether it was a little sip or a little pop or a little, okay, he was on something and on one that night, allegedly. And it was just too much going on. So, and he thought it was a good idea to lean back and fall out the dang window. Come on. It just don't make no sense to me, like, at all. So they looking for the guy. They find him. Cool. Once they find him, they wind up going to the hospital. Scotty crying, laying on the ground, and then Bobby crying. Like, Bobby needs to go on a daytime soap opera, because he just drags it every single time. But anywho, so they rush homeboys to the hospital, and so Scotty and I think Lemmy and some other people went to the hospital to see about the hairstylist or friend. And they fast forward to the Sprinter, where the other set of people was. It was Bobby Lights and some dude with the yellow shirt with the wick dreads, and the other Spanish looking dude, and Scotty's friend just standing up over his shoulder. He like, girl, sit down. Like, I don't know if it's because they're young and they just don't have no coof, but Scotty's friends do three much. Like, not even too much. They do three much. Like, y'all don't know time and place. And I understand liquor, but it's like, hold your liquor. Like, I understand being young and turn. I was young and turn at one point as well. But I don't know. I just felt like we kept it cute. Like, Scotty friends don't know how to read the room and keep it cute. And that's very annoying. Anywho, so we get to the hospital and we see Scotty being a foot dragger, walking around barefoot, per usual. Like, girl, you are in a third world country, in a hospital, walking around barefoot. Like, ew, and you're pregnant. Like, it's just the unsanitariness of it all. It's just the foot dragger of it all. Like, I don't like a foot dragger. Let me tell you something. Even in a club, there are foldable flats, ladies. Like, I keep me a foldable flat and put that in my purse. So when my feet hurt, I'm going to put them on. Or somebody got to give me some chanclas. And quite frankly, your man make a little too much money for you to not have an assistant to just roll out some chancletas for you on a side, Scotty. I know you part Dominican. I don't know if you really identify, but ain't no reason why you ain't got no chanclas and sliding around, okay? Some slide something. Socks. But walking around barefoot all the time is just yuck. Like, it just, oh. And that comes up later, too. It was a key, but I'm going to come back to that. So anyways, everybody just yelling, and finally they get this man some treatment so he not laid out like a chalk body lineup, and the man just hurt, like his wrist broke. It was just a lot going on. So now I'm just like, what's next? Like, what else could happen? It was just very melodrama, soap opera the whole time. So they finally fast forward to another scene where Scotty is chilling with Lemmy, and she's dressed up like a China doll, you know, the little China doll makeup. Very, you know, I don't even know what to call it, but it gave that set. Anywho, so she's sitting there with her brother, who give a weird, quirky energy. And they're talking about the whole situation. And come to find out, homegirl was doing all that hooting and hollering. And while they was over there checking for a chalk body lineup, friend, they done rekindled their little relationship, Aaliyah and his brother and her brother. And I'm like, so all of that hooting and hollering for nothing. It looked like they did something. They must have did the nasty, like Lemmy said. Because there's no way y'all went from all of that to, oh, we're cool. Okay, so all of that for nothing. Whatever. So as all of this is going on, Scotty put her dogs up, like, rub them. And Lemmy, Lemmy is low-key. He's one of the girls because he's a kiki. Like, Lemmy was just like, I'm not rubbing them feet that you walk around the world with barefoot. Like, and then Scotty like, oh, it's a country girl thing. He like, it's a white girl thing. And, you know, even though Scotty not white, you want him to rub them dogs when you've been walking around. Them dogs been barking. Them dogs been dragging all across the floor, all across the world at this point, because she been doing it from Baddies, Africa, Baddies, America, Baddies, every Baddies there was, this girl been barefoot walking around. You just think he's supposed to... But you know what, Lemmy? That's what you get. Because you be acting like you very classy and the epitome of this and that. And you decided to trade up your good up Janisha for a foot dragger. So that's what you get. This is the life you chose, brother. Rub them feet, rub them foot dragging, and be happy. Because, I mean, it is what it is, right? So that was that. So then we fast forward to a scene where they all meet up. It was Lemmy, it was the girl, homegirl, Aaliyah, and all the girls. Everybody was there. Scotty, the whole nine. So Lemmy just sets the record straight, and he tells old girl, like, you know, I wasn't feeling how you was moving. It gave very baddie wannabe. And what did he say wrong? Because it did give baddie wannabe. It was giving tryouts. It was giving, like, all that yelling you was doing for what, girl? Like, it just didn't require all of that. So I wasn't mad that Lemmy said that. And here comes Scotty, Captain Save-A-Ho, talking about, oh, don't talk to my friend like that. I'm here for the girl code and all of that. But in the same breath, it's like, not for nothing. If your dude is checking something that needs to be checked, let him check it. And that's just that. And really and truly, you should have been the one to check her. He shouldn't have to have said nothing because, girl, you're not going to come on an all-expense pay. You didn't have to come out your pocket for a coin. Okay, my man covered everything. We are vibing, we chilling, and you acting a plum fool like that, and you push me. That would have been the end of the friendship for me. See, and one thing about Scotty is she got all these rules for that nigga, but she don't got no rules for her homegirls at all. And really, you need to say no business with everybody. Like, she be acting big and bad with Lemmy. But when it comes to the girls on baddies that be popping off on her or her homegirls, the backbone is non-existent. And that's very corny. Like, keep that same energy for everybody, mama. Like, I'm going to need you to grow a backbone for the people in your life because they're walking all over you. They're crip walking on you at this point. Like, girls, stand up. Stand up. To somebody else besides Lemmy. Thank you very much. So she gonna say, don't talk to my homegirl like that. And he, like, you know, Lemmy is very corny. Lemmy just gives, he said he was the nerd in school and all of that. He goes through, you know, over that in this episode. And it gives very much that, like, you know, it gives that. And it's like, I don't know, it's just very awkward. Like, even the next scene when they go into the store and he just keeps making these jokes that are not landing, like nobody's paying attention. And it's just crickets. And Scotty's getting annoyed at this point. And it's like, girl, it's like sometimes I think in Scotty's head, like, is the coin worth it? I think that's what runs through her mind, because it don't be giving worth it to me either. Because it's like, shut up. Like, he talks too much. I ain't gonna hold you. He do give bird energy. He gives the kid who was never cool. Now he want to be the class clown, but it's not giving clown. It's not funny. It's not clowning. It's not giving. So he's over there making a joke about like they're in like a store, and they buying the bags for the low. And he's like, this crocodile. And everybody's like, shut up. But, they do a slight laugh because he got the money, shut up. That's corny. One of those. It's giving one of those. But, it's really also giving shut the fuck up. Like, we're all shopping, shut up. And he keeps going. Nobody's laughing. And the store man's even getting irritated. Like, you cutting the check or nah? Is you buying the bags or nah? So then he just keeps rambling. Finally, he has a joke that lands. And he's like, oh, I'm about to buy these stuff there. Okay, cool. But I mean, one too, let me, no shade. I like nude, you know what I mean? I'll take the $500. That $500 Chanel was cute too. I need to take a trip to Asia. Anyways. So he makes that joke and the scene ends. So fast forward, I'm just going to the big stuff. I'm cutting through the fluff. The next big scene, when he did the roses is red and violets is blue, I was like, oh my God, like, please take the violin. I had to pull out my mini violin for this because, like, it was just so extra. So he takes Scotty to this spot. She got a new wig, a new cut, a new color. She's sitting there. He's like, I got a poem for you. And before I even get to that, he have a talk with his homeboy. Let me rewind. So he has a talk with his homeboy, and his homeboy is giving him tips and stuff about fatherhood. And he make another corny joke. He like, oh, dad had this, dad had that. Let me have your hat. And those like show like, I don't know. He needs some swag pointers, like a confidence class or something. Like, you have a lot of money, so you need to develop that character or just be yourself, It's just for him to be so powerful. It's just, to be honest with you, this show is a very bad look for him. I don't know if he thought this would like make him likable, but I know that he's gonna regret it later, and so is Scotty. This show is not gonna be something that they look back on fondly. I don't believe. That's just my little foresight. Anyways, so, he's just venting to his homeboy. He's like, you've been way more respectful than her friends. And, like, not for nothing, for him to cash out and spend all of this money and all your friends, and you just keep disrespecting the man, it was very tasteless, and he felt that. He's talking to his friend about it, and they doing a little tips, about dad life and all of this and all of that. So now fast forward to... he meets up with Scotty, and she has a new color, new wig and a little look. And they're sitting outside on a boat or out by some water. And he's like, I made you a poem. So he wrote her a poem, which was very nice and thoughtful. To be honest, let me give soft pimp. He give like a little soft pimp. Like, he could try to do the pimp, but it's a little soft with it. He got a little gentle, tender side. And he's an Aries man, so... that's very different. He probably got some water in that chart somewhere, because I don't know. It's just, it give conflicting. One minute he laying the law down, next minute he crying and being, and we do love men, and this is not to bash. We love a man who's in his emotions and is self-aware. We love that. But it has to be blended well. It gives more like a wounded masculine type of vibe, but whatever. So he goes in his poems like, baby, roses is red, violets is blue. He's doing a whole like 1, 2, 3 poem.